Midnight is, by far, the worst expansion I have ever experienced in my entire life. And I'm not even joking here. Shadowlands with Nipple Man feel innovative, fresh, and interesting compared to my experiences currently going through Midnight. It is absolutely abysmal. It is boring. It is dull. It literally has no Warcraft in it. It is Disneyland personified at the bare minimum. And they have currently retold the same story 4 times in one expansion. I already made a video complaining that every expansion starts the same way. Oh, it's so over, boys. We're being invaded. We're losing. And then in 5 minutes, aha, we somehow won. Midnight does this fucking 4 times over. I'm not kidding, by the way. Midnight literally does this 4 times over. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. So, first of all, you start off here in the Sunwell. And in the Sunwell, it's over. You're getting invaded by the Void, you're losing. And then for some reason you win. And you win by killing a bunch of Void things and then saving a bunch of people under rubble. And for some reason during war, all the men are cowering behind, well, someone else. Okay, very cool. Then you get to Eversong Woods, where you meet Arator, who wants to be a cock and has already cut off his penis, and his father is not exactly supportive of that. Or his father cut off his... Well, whatever. One of them did something, okay? And it's the same shit. It's literally a repeat of what happened in the Sunbelt just now, just 5 minutes ago, but worse. Well, but fucking worse. You start off in the city, and since you're under attack, you help a bunch of barbers groom the elves because reasons, and not even groom in the fun island way, okay? It's the lame hairdresser, lame hairdresser way. Okay, and then you go to a village and you learn about the Blood Elf history and traditions, how unique they are. But they're not unique, they're boring and dull now because all of them are pansies. And then you go to a village and you're like, something's not right here, which is which is obviously a far too much reused storyline. And then you find out that something bad is happening, and then you get under attack, and then you defeat that attack in 5 minutes. And it's literally a repeat of what happened in the Sunbelt. And then you get to the end of the zone, and it tells you something bad is happening. And then you pick your new zone to go, and I clicked Harandar because I did not know what's fucking happening. And then you go there, and this is actually not exactly the same thing, but this is what Vogue Blizzard does nowadays. This is their only 2 storylines. Male character, male lead that goes in and he needs to find himself because his emotions are all over the place and he has trauma and shit. And then push it down! Bottle up your trauma like the rest of us. Why do you have to fucking dump it here, okay? This is what happens when you hire a bunch of folk losers who don't believe in good and bad, that everything is great. The only thing that they can write about is their trauma that their dad didn't love them. And this is, by the way, literally the first zone, okay? And that's also going to be Zulan, by the way. But first, Harandir, okay? Because I have played through it. I haven't played through Zulan, but I have seen what happens there, okay? So, Harandir is a little bit different because this is the second trope that Blizzard can do. It's a strong, independent woman, like literally in the War Within when you find the Mecha Dwarfs or whatever the fuck they're called. And there's a strong, independent woman that understands that there's problems and things need to be done, but all of the crusty old males don't obviously see with their eyes, and they're stupid and they do not accept the fact that something wrong is happening. And then it's your mission to prove to them that she's right all along because she's right all along. And that's what you do. So, Harandar is literally a repeat of... what What was the last experience? Khazal God. Yeah. This, the island of Dorn, this fucking city right here, okay? Dornagal. This is literally the story of the dwarfs. Oh no, actually, bad things are happening. Thank you, strong, independent woman that now will lead us because no reason. By the way, I finished this storyline, but I'm actually not sure if she's leading them. She probably is because she had to deal with the council. And that's their second story that they can tell. Smart, capable, independent woman that is smarter and better than everyone else, who needs to be proven to the rest of the world that she is smarter and better. This is literally your typical Hollywood Marvel writing in a nutshell right here. It is abysmal. And then you have Zulan, which I haven't finished, but I already know the story. If Eversong Woods was the story of Arator being a pussy, then Zulan is the story of Zuljin being a pussy. Not Vol'jin. I have one of the trolls. One of the badass trolls that you actually really loved. I think it's Zuljin. The one that cut off his arm to escape captivity once. Yeah. Guess what he's doing? Guess what he's doing? I already gave you a hint. What did I say? That's right. He's reconciling his emotional scars with his mom. My God. My fucking God. Yes, that's the story of this. The Zulamani are reconciling their scars and shit with their parents. Arator did his dad, so Zuljin is doing his mom now. That's the story. I mean, that's ironically the story. And it's the same shit. And by the way, the Blood Elves have to forget their hatred towards the Zulamani because, fucking reasons, I guess. Because reasons, I fucking guess. And they all do because friendship is magic or something like that. That's literally what happens here. No idea what happens here, but considering it has something to do with the Void, I hope I never even get here, honestly, because everything that has to do anything with the Void is annoying and boring. The Void never seem like even close to a threat. I'm honestly threatened more by the concept of ants living close to my real life house than what the fuck the Void is gonna do with Azeroth or whatever. Because everything they have done so far is nonsensical garbage, and I don't even know why we're honestly fearing them. It just doesn't make sense. None of this seems to be even remotely a problem. Again, at the Sunwell, you're killing the Void forces in the billions, and their best warriors are jellyfishes that cannot even attack you. It's all just so fucking tiresome and disappointing, honestly. And the zone design, the questing is abysmal. You know what we're never gonna get nowadays? We're never gonna get a Stone Talon Mountains, okay? Well, actually, I should... Well, I don't see the map, but whatever. But the old Stone Talon Mountains, not whatever the fuck this is, but the old Stone Talon Mountains, you know, where you had your quest hub in the middle, and then you went to one place, and then the other place, and then the fourth place, and until you... We're never gonna have that. Everything you do now in this godforsaken game is just linear shit. You start here and you go on a line. Sometimes it zigzags, but it's always the same. It's like, oh, go here, do this, kill 5 of the... I miss the days when I'm fucking picking up badasses. I never thought I'm gonna say this, but I honestly do. I honestly miss fucking collecting 10 badasses because these stones don't feel real. These stones seem rushed, and I have no idea what the fuck is even happening in them. Because it doesn't matter. For the Blood Elves, you just pick up books. You just fucking pick up books and shit. All of the quests that you can do for the... I stopped doing the quests after these locations because it's nothing. It's just like, oh, pick up the books, will you? Or some shit like that. And by the way, the questing is so tediously annoying. You know what they have did with all the quests? It's the dumbest shit ever. It really fucking is for somebody. I don't know why they did this. So, every quest is like this. Champion go find me the ball of balls because that's really important for the void attack. And you go find the ball of balls, then you return the ball of balls, and you're like, here, the ball of balls, I have returned it. Random blood elf, almost got demonetized there. I'm losing my shit so hard because of this. Fuck! I'm actually losing it. I'm seriously so pissed that the game is in such a poor ass shit state. It's incredible. It is incredible. I feel so much frustration about this. It is insane how much frustration I feel about this. The pressing buttons kind of good, so there you go. But so you take the ball of ball back to the blood elf who told you to get the ball of ball because I don't know reasons. And then you're like, here, the ball of ball, random blood elf, and he's like, place it down now here on this counter next to me. You don't hand it to him. You need to press on a counter next to him, and then you press it, and then the quest's finished. Like, there's why can't I just? If I have to deliver a package to someone, why the fuck do I need to rummage through your house to find the package? You're asking me to deliver a package. Why can't you just hand me the package? Why are you like, hey, deliver a package to Valeria? This is like super important. You will? Okay, good. Go into my house and fucking find it now, loser. Why? Why? Why is every quest like that? Why is every quest like that? That you need to click on something somewhere else, or you need to pick it up before you deliver it or somewhere. And then you need to put it down for them. Why? It's so annoying and frustrating. Oh my god. And the zones are so fucking overly designed. I mean, look at this. I haven't been in Zulan, so I don't know how it's gonna be. Probably fucking bad. But I have been in this place. Look at this place. Look at this place. This is the Blood Elf place, okay? There's like this cool giant tree. But, oh, wait, everything's a giant tree, so it doesn't fucking matter. All of the zones are so overly over-designed. Like, look at this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here, okay? What do you see? It's just over-designed. There's no free space, and well, actually, this is as much free space as possible because there's nothing to do here. But all the places that you have to go to and quest are just literally so absolutely blatantly over-designed and overfilled with fucking gunk and shit. You never see where you're going. Flying is actually kind of abysmal because of it, because you can't tell where the hell are you going. And I mean, that's the experience, right? That is the experience. Where the hell is the portal? And also here, you can't kind of understand wherever it's so hard because the zones are big. You can't actually rely on the map to know where you are. And this is not even that bad, even though it's pretty bad. You constantly get the sense of it being overcluttered and shit. So let's go to the whatever the hell this zone was called. This is supposed to be inside the earth, okay? So we're inside the earth. Okay, and this is the place. Look at this. Look at this. You can't even properly fly there. This is like a fucking oversaturated Zangermatch. Everything is a vine. Everything that they do is just over-designed to hell and back. Everything. Look at this. There's so much shit here. Like, you land everywhere and look at this. There's just too much stuff. Everywhere there's too much. There's too much grass. There's too much trees. There's too much everything. There's just too much. And everything feels like this. You can't even properly fly because, again, some retard designed this. Okay, you go literally anywhere. Anywhere in this map. What the hell is that? Oh, you go fucking anywhere. Absolutely anywhere, and it's just too filled with stuff. It's over-designed. It's clunky. I probably cannot go there. It's just over-designed. It's too clunky, and it's filled with garbage. It just feels bad, man. All of these zones are over-designed. Look at this. This is not beautiful. This is oversaturated with shit. And that's what everything feels like. The cities feel like that. Everything feels like that. It's over-designed. There's too much verticality. There comes a point when more is less. And I have a feeling World of Warcraft has reached that point like fucking long ago. Long ago at this point. And it's horrible, needless to say. It took everything that Wrath Within did wrong and amplified it to 11. Wrath Within was pretty fucking bad, to say the least. But for the most time, it was actually like nothing. You felt nothing. Nothing mattered. But now you're back in, fucking the Sunwell, Silver Moon. That's supposed to mean something, but it means nothing. It's ruined. It's fucking ruined now, obviously. And that's just the thing. The War Within felt like nothing, and some spots of it were egregiously bad writing. Again, the main character of One Place was literally was literally a half elf, half black, double crippled, strong independent Vadian woman. By the way, the fuck is this? Who is gonna, by the way, be back, obviously. And, you know, it was bad, but at least every zone had kind of its own unique story. You know, the Nerubians had their own stuff happening. The dwarves had were dealing with a Nerubian ambush, and the whatever light guys were dealing with technically betrayal or whatever, and Nerubians also. It at least felt unique. Here, nothing feels unique. Everything feels like it's the most generic shit I have ever genericked in my generic life. It's just bad. Unironically, Shadowlands was better. Listen, Shadowlands was so better. There was the main conflict problem for Oribos. You had Ravendread, where, you know, there was inequality and some boring shit like that. You had Maldraxxus, a place that was dealing with the aftermaths of a war. You had Bastion that I don't know what Bastion did. I was there, but I don't remember. And then you had Ardenvale, which was filled with Furies, and thank God I don't know what happened there. But Ardenvale actually is kind of the same as this. It's just generic, nothing's happening, and nothing matters. That's the experience. That is the experience. And this is all of World of Warcraft currently. It is egregiously bad. I just want to press buttons, and I can press buttons, but you need to understand at the same time as, well, I want to press buttons. Bruh. I'm still forced to do this fucking retarded ass main quest that is just painful, boring, and dull. I don't want to. So, I think this could if things keep happening like this is gonna end up being the worst expansion ever. Because at the end of the day, story-wise, this is the worst expansion ever. It is the dullest, the most boring, the most generic fucking shit trash I have seen in my life. Now, will other people actually think it's worse than good old Shadowlands? I don't know. Maybe not. Because in Shadowlands, the problem was that the mall was super poorly designed. And the other problem was that, you know, Torgaxis, whatever, the stupid tower thing, that was extremely poor. I don't know if... I don't even know if this place is gonna have that. So, unless it does... If it has it, it's gonna be the new officially worst expansion ever made. If it doesn't have it, it's just gonna ruin the experience for anyone who cares about World of Warcraft as anything other than pressing buttons. In any case, I'm so fucking tired of this, man. I really am. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.